Kenny quit playing.
Yo, you already know what it is. You're listening to The Urban Product. It's your boy DME.
It's your boy Cozy Rich.
And it's your girl Imani.
And this week we got a very special guest with us, you feel me? Hailing all the way from Brockton, Mass. Coming all the way up to Medford to bless us, you feel me? We got Luke Bars with us. What's up, what's up, what's up?
What's good with y'all, man?
I need that round of applause. We need to get that running again.
Yeah, facts. You got to get that round of applause in. Thank you. My laptop's busted for this episode, so I couldn't hit the button. You know, mad listeners are, yo, just hit the button. My laptop's down, so you're listening right now. I'm not using it for this episode, you feel me? But how's everybody doing?
Living my best life per usual. I'm going to switch that up, by the way.
Yeah, facts. It's been 2 years, bro.
It's a good phrase.
Nothing's
You feel
been...
me? You feel me? Like, yo, it don't get better than that.
Shit ain't been usual
my
in
worst
2
life.
years, though.
Hey, shit, yo, I'm not gonna, shit just gets better and better every year. Just
For
gotta
who?
level up. For me.
Oh.
You asked me how was my day.
Oh, 2020 must have been amazing for you then.
Right.
It's only been amazing for you.
Yes and no.
Okay,
Yes and no.
nah, I appreciate it. Let's keep that positive energy up there.
Always good vibes only, B. I'm gonna bring that back.
Facts. Imani, how you doing?
I'm okay.
Okay, nice and
You
short.
see that
I like
force
it.
smile?
I'm okay. School is special, but you know I'm here podcast day, so
Let's go.
that's good.
Facts. Tuesdays are amazing. And Luke, how you doing?
Man, I'm good, dog. I'm just chilling. Really, you know what I'm saying? I'm like her. It's just okay. You feel me? I'm blessed. You know, feel me?
I love it.
How
How
are
about
you
you,
doing,
Dev?
Dev?
Oh, damn. See, they ass back. See, it's been like...
We have to.
Yo, this is like episode, what, 106? 107? Well, I think this is 106, right? Yo, they never ask me how I'm doing.
We've been asking you. recently.
No. For the past couple episodes, y'all been doing that. I'm like, I feel loved. But I'm doing good. I'm doing great. What's it called? It's another Tuesday. Back here to give you, fire content as we consistently do. We appreciate everybody that showed love on our last episode. And before we start, as we appreciate the love, we love that. Still, subscribe, follow, share. Just keep the numbers coming. Because as we get bigger and bigger and become, the eventual voices of Boston, fuck Boston, voices of Massachusetts,
There we go.
we got to just want to have all of our followers there with us so we can be like, yeah, you were there, and, we got facts and evidence. But, as we get into this show, we got Luke Bars with us, hailing all the way from Brockton, Massachusetts. You said you was in the city, so you didn't have to travel out there from today?
No, I was in the city most of the day.
Facts.
I was supposed to go to the library because that's where I usually hide out at. But like, this is the first time going there, like in about a year. I found out COVID's like shut it down. Not shut it down, but like you can only go by appointment only.
To a library?
Yeah, well, like you can only like pick up and drop off books now.
Hold on. Run that back. I'm intrigued. What you be reading? Like, what
Facts.
you into? Hold on, we gotta run that back. Nah, I'm here.
Like, wait, actual library?
I wasn't expecting. So like, you came to Boston today to go to the library?
Yeah,
That's
well,
lit.
Nah.
I gotta hear that.
I usually just go just to chill, like use my computer. Just that's why I like bang out a lot of ideas. I had like a lot of my music ideas at the library. I shouldn't be saying that.
Nah, this is fire. Now I'm about to ask mad questions.
Shit.
But yeah, I usually go to the library. When I was in school, I used to go there often, like every Sunday. But like now I'm in Brockton, be hard. But I just go there to bang out ideas and stuff and just think. You know what I mean? Just be looking outside the window, just be studying people. And
Was that like always your go-to spot? Like, how did you find out? Like,
There's a few
libraries
spots.
Okay.
There's a few spots I go to when I'm in Boston. Like I go to the Charles River. I'm just like I don't know. I like being outside. I like to when I'm outside. I like to just look, either at water, at people, and just you know what I'm saying.
Zone out.
You just zone out. Like I just been in the city all day, just staring. Just
Nah, I feel
feel
that.
me?
It's
Yeah,
a
gotta
nice
catch
day
a
too. It's a
vibe.
nice day to
Facts.
be in the city. No cap.
It was smooth. Sir.
You reading something right now?
Yes, but I'm not. I should be reading a little more. Like I'm currently reading this Muhammad Ali book. It's like a biography on him. I just read like a Bob Marley book. It was mostly just photos, but it was like dope to see that because like I never like I always heard the name, but I didn't really know too much about him and all that. So just seeing his photos, it's about like he had like an interview, I think right before he passed, either before he passed or he went on tour, and it was just dope. Just seeing his preparation and all that, and like his energy and all that. Feel me? It was dope. Like I went to this bookstore, where I got all the books from. It's like in Delhi. It's like a black-owned bookstore. You feel me? They just blessed me with some books and all that. So just trying to read a little more. You know what I'm saying?
I love that. And I love when artists actually say, admit, and promote reading. You feel me?
Now you got to, bro.
And now that I actually know that you're in the library and reading and all that,
it's a bad thing. Like
no, it's not, because
I mean,
people
like,
don't do it. Like, bro, name an artist, right? Name an artist.
No, but what I will say,
No.
Oh no, it is shade. It is shade.
now a lot of artists read surprisingly. Like, not surprisingly, a lot of people read. But I will say, the hardest part about reading is finding the time. That's one thing I struggle with.
Yeah.
I struggle with finding time to read.
I'd say that as well as finding something that keeps you interested.
Yeah.
Because like I've gotten into a book, and then like 3 chapters in, it falls off of me, and I'm just like, I'm not into it anymore.
But I also feel like that ties in, with just our attention span nowadays.
Oh,
like,
for sure.
When I was younger, I used to read OD, but then obviously as I got older, I got more busy. Like he said, we don't really have that much time to read, so I kind of fell off with my reading, hard body. But I can also attest to what you were saying when you said that, 3 chapters in, you're just not interested anymore. Because nowadays our attention span is like social media, Instagram, IG, everything's just 10, 15, 7 seconds. Like after that, they already know that we're gonna lose you. So audiobooks is what I be doing nowadays.
Yeah.
I heard about the audiobook wave.
I tapped in once
that.
on audiobook. It was smooth.
Don't sleep.
I just can't do like the books on the phone. I'm good.
Nah, that's a distraction. But audiobooks, like roll a nice little L, bro.
Yeah, audiobooks
Relax.
are smooth. They're smooth.
Yeah.
I only read one, like on YouTube once, and it was smooth. Like I really enjoyed that book. I want to tap in a little more. Okay.
Word.
Yeah.
I like how we started this. I like how we started this off. I feel so intellectual now. I feel extra smart now. I don't know why.
All right, so tell us about your beginnings, because for a lot of people, even though a lot of people may be familiar with your name, people on our platform might not be too familiar with Luke Barr. So I just want to give them a little synopsis on you before we get in too deep. You feel me?
Like in what aspect?
So like from the very beginning, what inspired you to write? When you started writing songs? When you start performing? What inspired you to go out and try new things?
Let's get that backstory.
I really didn't grow up on music. Like I didn't have anyone in my family like that played an instrument. Like my family, they played music around the house, but it wasn't like to the point where like, I want to do what they're doing. It was mostly music was weird. Like how I really originally first started writing. Like my mom, it was like kind of like a punishment. Like she made me like write like what I did for the day. I think I was like in the 2nd grade, made me write, and like that just kept developing. It went from that to like poetry to like short films, and then there was just one day like in the 5th grade, I just picked up the pen, wrote a song. Like I was listening, I forget what the song was, but it was Jay-Z was in it, and he was like, I can't wear skinny jeans because my knots don't fit. I don't know.
Swagger Like Us.
Swagger Like Us. I don't know why that song just stuck out to me as a kid, but that line, I know I just picked up a pen. It inspired me, and I just wrote like based off that line. And then I was flirted with music, but music was always a passive thing. Like I was really into basketball as a child, and you feel me? Like I was trying to go to the NBA, and then I don't know, one day in high school, like, it was just like a voice in my head, just pick up the pen, like start writing again. I was in class one day, and it just came to me. And then later on that day, I just grabbed a notebook and just went crazy ever since, bro.
And how long ago was
that? Was like sophomore year. I was like 15.
And how old are you now?
I'm 22 now, so it's like 7
years. Okay.
Yeah, and then I was just writing then, and then I like started taking it a little more serious and got inside the booth when I was like 17, 18.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so this all new.
So like for you to start taking it more seriously, was there like positive reinforcement behind you, like people telling you like, yo, your shit is fire?
Yeah, like from the jump, since like I started like letting people know I started making music. Like people in my city, my friends, they always supported it. But like what keeps me going is just, I don't know, it's just the curiosity. Cause I remember like being like 15 and just sitting in my room and just thinking of like all these things. And like now, like a lot of these things that come into fruition right now. So it's like, and it's just weird. You feel me? It's really weird.
So do you play any instruments, or is it just writing?
Yeah, I just write. I engineer as well. Like I do a lot of my stuff. Compared me and my boy Louis, but mainly writing for now. I'm trying to dive in.
That shit is hard.
What?
Engineering shit is
it's really
hard.
It's fun though. Very fun.
Yeah, I see people try to do it. I'm like, oh my god.
And it could be dope because like, and it must be dope engineering your own music because
it's
playing with sounds and all that. Like
that keeps me going.
Yeah,
like it's difficult once you start doing it for other people, especially if you don't like the song too much. That's why I don't really do sessions. Like, I don't really record too many people. I only record, like, me and the homies. Because, like, I get to play with my sounds. I get to play with their sounds. And we just experiment. But, like, when you don't like the song, it really takes a toll on the mental and all that. So it's good and bad.
See, now, what's crazy is that, like, one, I thought you were older, so that's dope.
Yeah.
But,
How old?
Like 25.
For real?
24,
Yeah.
23. Yeah.
I'm 24. I normally think people are around my age, but 2 years
I
ain't
honestly
really
think everyone's either I usually think everyone's like my age or a year older.
Yeah.
Or a year
facts,
older,
facts. But I think that way just because how I met you was, well, not how I met you, how I got to know of your music was through other people.
Yeah.
And now that you're saying that it was 15 and that it was all the way back then, and now I'm like, oh, okay, word. I was kind of put on as you started, which is kind of dope. You feel me? First time I heard of your name, you were on the flyer for my boy Cello's event. It was the thing they do every New Year. I think it's called like Union or something like that. Like a couple years back, you were on it for that. So that's where I first heard of the name.
Oh, I think I know you're talking about. That was like in 2017.
Yeah, it was like in Somerville.
Yep.
They did it like, it was like this New Year's kind of event that they do every year. I don't know if they did it this year, but they
I know what you're talking about. They did one this year. It's like, I forget what it's called.
Union.
Is it?
I think
was it at the warehouse?
Yeah.
So they did one.
The event is called One, I think.
Yeah, one. Yeah. They did that, I think, February of this year. That was like one of my favorite shows. But like, I know the show you're talking about. It was like back in 2017.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I remember that.
So I'm like, that was the first time I heard. And then next time I heard after that was you collabed with my boy, My Compiled Thoughts.
Oh, word. That's,
Yeah. Both of those people I went to high school with. So let's
Oh, for real?
Yeah, you feel me? So you collabed with him, and then that's how I became more familiar. And then fast forward all the way up to 2019 in November, I'm seeing this man open up for Stiz.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I was at the show.
Oh,
yeah,
I
was at the show, and I was in the back and with my girl. And we had a great time. And when I saw y'all came out, that was the first time I saw you like actually perform.
Yeah.
You feel me? And then
I dived in the crowd that day.
Nah, peeps, that shit was crazy. It was a really dope. It was a really dope show. Yeah. So the fact that just figuring out the gaps in times, I'm like, oh damn, that's crazy as shit. That's really dope to hear. I love how everything comes full circle like that.
Facts.
You feel me?
I wanted to ask though. So have you been in Brockton the whole time rapping, or?
Yeah. Well, like from the minute I started making music, I've been in Brockton.
All right. So we usually interview niggas from like Boston, essentially.
Yeah.
This is our first time really interviewing someone from Brockton. I wanted to ask you: is there a difference? Is there a difference in sound and music and like the way you guys do things in Brockton as compared to Boston?
Kind of, sort of. Like, I don't really think Massachusetts has a sound, like has its own sound. I think there's just a bunch of different sounds like that come from like this area. So I wouldn't say Brockton has a sound, but it is different. Just like culture, like the way like we move is really different compared to like people outside. Cause you know what I'm saying? We like people in Brockton. We knew each other for years because we went to the same high school. Most people went to the same middle school. So like, not even just Van Buren. Like I know like people from like outside of our collective that's in Brockton. Like I'm still tight with them. You know what I'm saying? Because I knew these dudes for years. So like when we make music, it's like it's a bondage. You know what I'm saying? We're having fun with one another because we knew each other for like a minute. But I would say the real difference between it's just culture. You know what I'm saying? Boston has a lot more of opportunities and like a lot of more resources than Brockton does. So we had a back burner. You know what I'm saying? We didn't have as many venues, as many events. You know what I'm saying? Not as many resources, but like we just continue to fight. We'd go to Boston to like to network and all that. So we was at the back burner. So like everyone in Brockton, we're really working and all that. So that's really the main thing. It's just culture, really, and the work ethic. Cause dudes in Brockton, we really want it. We go after it.
That's a fact.
You feel me?
I've noticed that, especially because I just feel like the city has been making a lot of noise recently within the past like 2 years. I'd say to me.
Well, Brockton?
Yeah. I feel like
Yeah.
Brockton is really starting to blow up. Like for me, it all started with D the Flyers.
Yeah.
And like he set the tone, and then after that, I just been hearing different name after different name come out of Brockton. I'm just like, all right, y'all
we
really
all went to the same
out here,
school, bro. It's crazy. Like, we all just knew each other for a minute. Like from the YMCA to Brockton
That's
High.
crazy because Brockton High is fucking huge.
It's 4,000 kids.
Brockton High is fucking huge.
4,000 kids, bro.
4,000.
Yeah, that's a little city. That's a little city.
Hey, yo.
Don't you got a police station on the?
Oh, yeah,
they
inside the
got a
school.
police station on campus, bro.
It's looking slow for that graduation. I'm sorry, bro.
Yeah, 2 hours. 2 hours.
I've only been to
2 hours. That's it.
Actually, it might be longer.
It's longer.
Is it? I afraid. Oh, you went?
Yes.
She's like, now I'm telling
I got
you it's
family down
longer.
there. It's long. Like,
Yeah, Brockton
no.
High, it's crazy. And it be hot as hell. But that day, the
Damn.
day up.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I like that though, but it makes sense because they all go to the same high school. They
Yeah.
all in
we
the
knew each
same
other for a
community.
minute.
Like Boston, you got Hyde Park, Dorchester, Mattapan.
Yeah.
Mad
Feel me?
different parts of
Exactly,
Boston.
different
Yeah.
parts, different schools. So it makes sense like how people,
For sure.
or like we always say, Boston artists don't usually work together like that, or it's always like dog eat dog. So it makes sense like what he just said.
I feel like that's kind of like I feel like it's just like that for Massachusetts statewide, but I could be wrong. Like in
Statewide?
Brockton, is it like?
I mean,
Now,
I only
Brockton
know-
is
I only
cool.
know-
Like any Brockton artist, if I like the song, I'm gonna jump on it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're from my city. Like that's with anyone. If the music's good, it's always about the music. For me, for collaboration. If the music's dope, I'm gonna jump on it. I want to make dope music. It's not about like, yo, I'm a little bigger than you. That's weird, bro. Like I don't do that weird shit. You know, can I swear on this?
No, yeah, you're fine.
Oh, you're good.
Oh yeah, nah, you fine.
But,
Shit.
Yeah, man, it's always about the music and all that. So there's a lot, like any Brockton artist, they want to collab. Like, let's get it. You know what I'm saying? Like we did a music video yesterday, and like it was Van Buren, and we had another collective inside the video with us. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just dope. Like we just want to make dope stuff, bro. Like I'm not here for like that ego, that weird shit.
Real quick, you keep saying Van Buren for the people that aren't hip. What is Van Buren? Who is Van
How
Buren?
did it get together?
Okay.
Yeah,
Van Buren is a collective out of Brockton. Mostly Haitian men.
Really?
boys.
Oh, this is great.
Mostly. We got a few. Saint Leor is Nigerian.
Okay.
Mo is Cape Verdean and Cameroonian, I believe. But yeah, a collective out of Brockton.
how many of y'all would you say?
There's about, I'm gonna take a guess. There's about like 10 to 12. I forget.
Okay.
But this is a collective out of Brockton. Most of us all went to Brockton High, so we knew each other for years. So it's like the same thing I've been saying. Knew each other for years, and just one day we just all came together and just formed a little group. Like it started back in 2014. I wasn't a part of it back then. I came to the group like 2018. You feel me? But like I always knew them for like years and all that. So yeah, it's just collective out of Brockton. There's been friends that knew each other, and now we just put in ideas to one. You know what I'm saying? We're all individuals, we're all solo artists, but we're under one umbrella. It's like a label.
Now I'm
I
hip.
was
I'm
about to
hip.
say, yeah.
Yeah, feel
Now
me?
One Umbrella's been making a lot of noise recently that I've seen. Like they're getting like a lot of shine. Like I saw the Enterprise headline that they made for y'all. What was it, 13 projects within 2 years or 1 year?
Yeah, it might be more, but
Yeah, but something like that. But like that's like a dope accolade. You feel
for
me? 'Cause
sure,
there's a
bro.
bunch of creatives all bouncing
For
ideas
sure.
on each other, and you got your GoodEvil project. But
Yes,
that's not
sir.
the only place where people can find music from you because
Yeah.
you're collabing with everybody. So
Yeah.
there's a little bit of Luke bars for everybody to enjoy. You feel me?
sure.
But I do want to get into the project itself. You feel me? GoodEvil. First of all, fire cover. It's a fire cover.
You just took my question.
Fire cover. Fire
my
cover.
question.
And
Appreciate it, bro.
I get the concept. I want to have you explain the concept behind the cover and the album because I feel like I have a good idea in my mind, and that makes it fire. But I do want to.
What do you think it is?
Okay, so how I see the cover is I see it as like a normal family, a happy family. Everyone, I can't remember if everyone's smiling in the picture, but it just looks like a good, happy home. And then you got you with the mask. You feel me? And I feel like you with the mask, it shows that you with the mask, that's your everyday self. That's how you see you, or you might have these evil tendencies in your head, or maybe these evil ways, but it's you. You feel me?
I see.
So that's what you look like to yourself. But to everybody else, you're still a good kid. So that's why it's a good, happy family photo. So you see a good, happy family, and everyone is happy. But then this one kid got the mask on, and he's kind of represented by this. He's kind of represented it as the evil, but everybody still sees him as good.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how I saw it. I could be wrong, but that's what I took away from it.
Was he on point with that?
There's some things on point.
Yeah.
Not all the way, but like it's like it brings like a different meaning in my head now. Like not just saying that. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know.
Yeah, it's like
it feels good
Before
to hear.
y'all do this, I just want to say I honestly thought it was just like a family portrait, and you had like a mask on.
Yeah, that could have.
That was the inspiration.
I thought it was really
Like I wanted.
You know,
the way
I dissect.
I didn't want to say that out loud after you immediately because the way you broke it down. You feel me? I felt kind of.
Nah, because imagine you see a good happy home, and then what's it called? This last member, he's seen as good too, but to himself,
No, I thought it was an actual family picture, and he just had.
He just had.
Oh no.
You feel me?
In a Haitian household.
I think mainly what it really was like a family where everyone has a story. Everyone has like pain, and a lot of us don't know that pain. A lot of us hide that pain, and me, I got to a point where it's like I'm tired of hiding that. I'm tired of holding that in. Someone gotta make the change. Someone gotta make the difference. And when you do that, you usually get labeled as like, you know, in Haitian home they call it vagabond. You feel me? Like you're I was agreeing to it.
My mom was talking mad shit just because
I was a vagabond the last 8 years, bro.
Right? The other day I left the crib and she tried talking mad shit just because I had a do-rag on.
Looking like a vagabond. You feel me, bro?
Salopri. I'm like, yo, what?
Malade,
bro. Son, want.
So yeah,
I keep going.
What?
Everyone can relate to
my
that.
Haitians, bro.
You feel me? But yeah, like you're usually known as a vagabond once you're trying to like change the mode, change the course. So like how I view myself, not just in my family, but just in the world, kind of like a black sheep. Like I'm trying to do something that's like out of the ordinary. So you know, people are usually against that, and they don't really see your vision until it's complete. You know what I'm saying? So that's just the inspiration behind it. And like I don't know, I always loved family portraits. Like I was like when I see them at people's homes and all that, it's always beautiful to me. But like I wanted to add a little flavor.
Nah, it's hard.
You feel me?
Facts with the mask. Mom's smiling. I'm like, hey, and like she's hip to the mask, and I'm like, that's why I fuck with it. You feel me?
Is that your fams? For real? Oh, that's good.
Real
So I
mom.
was right.
Yeah.
I bet. Let's go.
Yeah, bro. Everyone can be right. Just their different interpretations of shit. You feel me?
How did that even come about? Like, how did you break that down to you? Like, did you say I just want to do a family portrait and then you just put a mask on, or?
It's dope that they accept you as an artist.
Right.
Facts. I'm gonna say that as one.
Yeah,
but
they do.
go
They
ahead.
do.
Yeah.
Like, at first, like when I dropped out of school, it was difficult, but like they respect it. You know what I'm saying? They fuck with it, so I can't complain about that. But it really just came about was like I just hit up everyone, hit the family group chat, and I was like, "Yo, I need y'all here on this day, at this time. We're gonna take photos and all that. Just wear this." And you know, they was just they fucked with it. They respected it.
That's what's up.
You feel me? And like
on,
the mask, it almost like I almost forgot it. Like that was like the thing, like that was the main thing I wanted to capture. But like we was getting to the end, and that was like one of the last photos. And like once we was almost finished, I realized, oh shit, I forgot to take the mask photo. So there's only like in the Google Drive file, there's only like one photo with the mask. You feel me? Yeah.
What was that?
I almost forgot that shit. It was crazy.
So you gave the rest of the pictures to your moms?
Not that they're inside like the crib in my folder. Like I've developed some. Like I want to put some inside the crib. Like I have some in my studio.
You develop pics too?
No. I have my people do.
Oh, I was about to say this man's
No.
out here.
No. We got like a little lab. Like my homies, they all like develop photos and all that.
Real quick though, I just want to ask: if you weren't doing music though, what do you think you would be doing?
I usually don't think about it, but
I feel that.
you feel me?
I
But
feel that. Yeah.
if I wasn't making music, I wouldn't mind being a teacher.
Which subject?
That's the thing.
Anything but math.
No, but I've been appreciating math a lot more lately, especially this year.
Facts.
I've been appreciating math a lot more. You know what I'm saying?
'Cause COVID gonna fuck all your taxes up. People. You ready?
And the fact that a lot of us have to pay the taxes back ourselves.
It's
You
crazy,
feel me?
right? That's
And that was like the first thing that caught me off guard with the music shit. Cause like after a certain amount of money, like you're supposed to pay that back. You're supposed to pay the taxes back yourself, and like niggas aren't taught that. You feel me? Yeah. We're not taught that. And another thing, when you're on tour, each state has a different like tax percentage. So when you're on tour, you really have to keep like a track of all that, because you go to Utah and then New York, and like all the taxes are different. So you have to keep that in mind and all that. You feel me? They try to fuck us up. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I hear that.
You got to be smart.
Nah, facts.
So that's what like this year taught me, just trying to understand that a little more. I still don't got enough knowledge, but it's to the point where I think I can pay my taxes. I haven't done it yet, but this is gonna be the first year, so we gonna see.
You got it. Speaking into existence.
Correct.
Now getting back into the project, right? I just want to talk about a couple topics that you address on the project itself. Yes, so you say that you are bipolar and that it runs in your family as well.
Yeah.
How does that affect your creative process when you're making music? Because like, I know how it must feel. Obviously, I'm not going to say what it is, but I know how it must feel when you have just something disturbing your creative process, or like something given a block, or it could enhance it. So, you know, everyone.
It's both.
It's different. You feel me? But how does it affect yours?
Sometimes like it's up and down. You know what I'm saying? Like some days, like I'm just really, like my mind is just running. Ideas are just flowing. You know what I'm saying? And there's some days where like you're just too in your head and you think everything is terrible. You know what I'm saying? This year was kind of like that for me, where I was really like hard on myself creatively and all that, just in my head and all that, and that can really affect it. You know what I'm saying? You start looking at yourself differently. You start looking at the art differently. But like how I fight it is taking time away from the music, time away from the studio. That's why I spend days at the library sometimes. I go to the pond. You know what I'm saying? Like I had a conversation with someone, and he was like, yo, you're bigger than the music. So I always try to remember that. Like I try not to let it just eat at me. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's difficult, especially as an artist. You know what I'm saying? Especially from like being from Brockton and all that, because we don't really have, like I said, we don't have much resources. We don't have much. You know what I'm saying? We don't have OGs to look up to. You know what I'm saying? To like give us advice on how to like deal with some of the things that we deal with. You know what I'm saying?
I feel that.
So it's up to us and all that, and up to me. So I'm just learning as I go. You know what I'm saying? It does affect me often, but like I just fight it and all that. You feel me?
And then also with the sorry, I'm just gonna two back questions. Also just another one on the album. Lukey's a good kid.
These are
introspective. I love introspective music. Let me just say with hip hop in terms of that. But I just want you to talk a little bit about that track and just talk about constantly having to battle demons while still portraying the image of being, you know, a good kid, or appearing to be good to everybody else when really deep down you could be going through some shit. You feel me?
Yeah. I think what inspired that track was like, Lukey a good kid. It's like, this is an image that was placed on me since a kid. You know what I'm saying? Pre-notions. Like since I came out the womb, I feel like a lot of people had a vision in mind, what they wanted me to be. You know what I'm saying? A lawyer, a doctor, whatever. And like, I'm like, I didn't want that. As I got older, I realized that's not for me. I want to do this. You know what I'm saying? And like we were saying, like I was saying earlier, when you go against the grain, you're vagabond, you're this, you're that. You know what I'm saying? And like, I guess the symbolism of the song is like, yeah, although like, yeah, y'all put an image on me, y'all put like your own vision on me, and I broke that. You know what I'm saying? I'm still the good kid that like I would like, you know me as. I'm just not living my life for you anymore. You know what I'm saying? So it was just a battle of like, you know what I'm saying, what the world wanted for you, but what you want for yourself, what you know you need for yourself, and all that. That's what like the whole project was. You know
I wanna piggyback off what you just said. I wanted to ask, like, or could you explain to the people listening, because I know a lot of people that do have families that are pushing them to do a certain thing, you know what I mean, where they have to follow the grain essentially. How did you overcome that to the point where it's like, I'm gonna do my own thing and you're gonna support me or not, either way I'm still gonna do it?
That's a fight.
It's a fight.
Like, how did you
fight, and I'm still fighting. Like, I don't have the answers for that.
Okay.
But to those that's like struggling with it, because I was once there, you gotta live for yourself. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people just won't understand that, and it's not their job to understand. Like Rick Ross, he said a line, "I finally understand that they'll never understand me." I forget what song it was off of, but that line hit me, because it's like, no matter what you do, people will never fully respect it, accept it, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But it's not for them. Like, you're living this life for you. You know what I'm saying? You was put on this earth to live your purpose, and if you don't, it's just disrespectful to yourself and all that. That's just how I go about it. It'd be tough, cause like people like labeling you and like throwing stones at you for like not living the life they envision. But you got to get through it, because if you continue to live for someone else, at the end you're not gonna be happy. You're not gonna be happy with yourself. Not happy. You could have all the money. You could, you know what I'm saying? You could be one of the best attorneys in the world, but it's not something you wanted to do, and you're not happy doing it. So it's like, I'm good on that.
I feel that.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I feel that, definitely.
We were literally having that talk like a couple weeks ago, just trying to outlive our family's perspectives of what they want on us.
For
so
sure.
you're not by yourself with that, and
we're
I think
Haitian.
we're Haitian, so
You know
we
what
all
I'm
know
saying?
what it is. Like,
Haitians
we all know the
hate
fight.
creatives, I swear.
Like,
We all know what it is.
immigrant parents, like, it's just something that you just grew up in.
Nah, you can keep going.
I know. But
No, I was about to say, I feel like as like the younger Haitians, like the second generation in America and shit, I just feel like we got a lot of shit to break
Sure.
that we went through, because
Sure.
the fact that we relating on so much shit
Facts.
is good and bad.
And
In a
bad.
way, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a fact. It's fucked up, like, just we seeing what we seen, you know what I'm saying, going through what we went through, saying like that, like a lot of kids that don't have our skin complexion don't have to do that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But there's a story, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
there's beauty behind it, you know what I'm saying? You get to see both sides, you know what I'm saying?
You get to build off of it.
Yeah, fact.
So I wanted to ask one question, because when I first listened to GoodEvil, I wasn't expecting to hear the sound I heard. So
Sure.
and I fuck with it. I just wanted to ask you, how did you discover your sound? And I know in the beginning of this interview you said you do your own engineering, so I just wanted to ask that.
How I discovered like the sound for GoodEvil, or just in general?
In general.
A lot of trial and error, bro. Like, I make a lot of music, play with a lot of different sounds, play with my voice, and since I'm the one, like, I'm not the only one that's like engineering. You know what I'm saying? I have my boy Louis, who's like behind a lot of it, but I usually lay like the blueprint of what I want to do. But since I play with it, like, I get to dictate where I want to take it. So there's a lot of trial and error. Like, I have a lot of music that's not good. Like, that's terrible. You know what I'm saying? Well, in my opinion, other people might like it, whatever. But I have a lot of bad music. It's just trial and error. So I see what works and what doesn't work. You know what I'm saying? And you just keep going and all that. It's fun. It's fun, just like experiment. It's like being a scientist. You're putting this chemical, that chemical, and you're trying to create something out of it. You know what I'm saying? It took a while to get to GoodEvil to that point. You know what I mean? It took like 2 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, just trial and error, understanding what works, what doesn't work, and all that. But the fact that I finally got to the end, it feels great. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm just excited to continue to create new music, create new albums and all that, just to see where I could take it. Because I didn't expect, when I first made GoodEvil, I didn't expect it to end where it ended that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't expect to get to that point. But, you know what I'm saying? It's cool. So, man.
No, I feel that. I was going to ask, actually, because when I heard your voice, or what you've done to it recently, I wanted to know who were your influences.
A lot.
Yeah, because I feel like the album had a lot of jazzy elements.
Yeah.
Hip hop, obviously, but with the voice, I feel like we might share a favorite artist. But I just want to, before I say, I just want to know, just in case, who were your influences, just so I can hear them from you.
I'm really influenced by like Andre, Eminem, Kendrick, Tyler the Creator, low-key Nicki Minaj. She's one of the big reasons why I use my voice the way I do. Like, the way she was a character.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
She was a character.
She had like 13 of them.
You feel me? And that's like
I'm a dead ass.
Yeah, I know. That's what.
Y'all don't remember Roman?
No, I know. I know. That's why it's funny.
Roman's Revenge. That shit was crazy, bro. But yeah, go ahead.
So like, she influenced me a lot. Musically, there's a lot more. Travis, there's a lot of people. You know what I mean? I try to find influence by like everyone. You know what I'm saying? Right now, like Little Baby, like he's really hitting it for me.
It's great.
Doug, man, Doug's amazing, bro. Like I love the way he uses his voice and like his cadences and flows and all that. Like that's just beautiful and all that. So I take out all that and I just find a way to do it how Luke would do it. Cause I'm saying, like, I love these artists, but there's always like one thing I'm like, there's still one thing missing. So I feel like I'm that one piece where like there's one thing from them and I just, you know what I mean, I use that to be that final link. You know what I'm saying? And I make the music. Like, I always look, when I make music, I look at myself. Like, I always envision myself being the fan. Like, when I'm creating, I'm like wondering if Luke the fan will like this. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, word.
That. You know what I'm saying? It's always two sides. Like, when I'm creating, Luke the artist and Luke the fan. And if Luke the fan likes it, then it's a good song. Whatever. So I always try to make music for what Luke the fan would want to hear. Okay. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, it's dope. That's fire. It's fire indeed.
You feel me?
So the I've noticed that too. To bounce off what you were saying, I've noticed because I like the GoodEvil concept just because I don't see it in just the project. Yeah. I see it in like other pieces that you've done as well.
Yeah.
Like for example, I can understand how having to portray that good image, and how you presenting yourself. Like right now, you're like, this is. I'm like, yeah. Luke's a cool dude, Luke's a good guy. But then when you see his persona act out like in music videos, for example, I'm like, this is kind of the you see the kind of evil side of him. Not really evil, but you know, he's living his life, he's having fun, and he's doing his thing, you feel me?
Sure. Crackhead tendencies. Crackhead tendencies.
I guess. Shit, I'll be having a blast. What the fuck?
Yeah,
no, but I'll see it in like, for example, Gangbanger, which is fire. I'll give you props on Gangbanger. That's a fire ass track. But there was also another one that I saw, Mo and the Benz and VB Worldwide, where I'm seeing a lot of your actual like persona and the character, and it's good that you put that not only in your music but in your performances as well.
Yeah.
Because I'm able to connect with you, relate to you more as an artist.
Yeah.
Just because I'm able to peep that shit, and I could tell because I listened back to some of your old stuff also. So I could see what you were saying when you said you were working with your sound, because you didn't always sound like that.
Yeah.
But getting to that specific sound and being like, yeah, this is what works. This is what we're going to do. How did you decide, like, all right, this is what we're going to run with? This is fire. This is Luke Bars. You feel me?
No, boy, I don't fully remember. But I do remember there was just one day I just made a song in the studio. And I was like, yep, that's the one. And I just ran with
it. That's it?
Yeah, I was like, yeah, that's it. Like, it's just a switch just like went off in my head. Like, I still have those moments where it's like, oh yeah, that's the one, and just keep going. You know what I'm saying? So like, I remember that song where I felt was like, oh yeah, that's where I'm gonna go. That's where I'm gonna take it. It was like back in like 2017. I was like, oh yeah, that's it right there, and I just kept going. You know what I'm saying? I still feel that every day. Oh yeah, that's what I'm about to do next and all that. And I just keep working on it until like I finally get it to where I want it to be. You know what I'm saying? It takes a while. You know what I'm saying? Like Robert, I wrote that in 2018 and I released that in 2020. It takes a while for me to like fully get that concept out and all that. Nowadays it's a lot quicker than like it was in the past. But like, you know what I'm saying?
So you got a bunch of stuff that you won't just like trash, but you'll just keep working on
it.
Yeah.
Like even if I don't like a song per se, like I will find I will cycle it. Like GoodEvil, at first it was a song title. You know what I'm saying? It was a hook. Like I feel like that's GoodEvil. I think that's how it went. That's GoodEvil. And then that was like back in like 2018, and like I don't know, the word GoodEvil, it just stuck with me for like months, and I'm like that's interesting. That's an interesting word. You know, what does that mean? And I just kept diving deeper and deeper throughout the year, to understand what that word meant, and you know what I'm saying. A project came out of it. So if like first say if I don't even if I don't like a song or whatever, I hold the idea in because it could be used somewhere else down the line. You know what I'm saying? Like gangbang, that was a concept I had for a minute. You know what I'm saying?
See, it sucks that like COVID canceled outside, because I'm like, I could see how that can go in a performance live in a crowd. You feel me?
It's amazing. Like,
Yeah.
I really like. I miss shows. The way GoodEvil, like the way I performed, it was beautiful, bro. But I learned to appreciate, you know, the quarantining and staying inside and all that, because you really get to hone in on shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not outside. I really get to focus and like spend time with like my peers and my family and all that, and understand and learn a little more. You know what I'm saying? You gotta change things. It was a blessing. At first I didn't understand, but now like as time goes on, I'm more appreciative of it.
So you benefited off the quarantine.
For sure.
Okay.
I would hope everyone did. You know
In some way, at least.
Yeah.
Use that extra time to do something, learn something, figure shit out. Because we had a lot of time on our hands.
Facts.
Still trying to figure out what I did with my unemployment money.
That's crazy. Everyone around me starting to feel that.
Yeah, I'm trying, because like now that I think about it, them niggas gave me 10 bands, bro. I'm like, yo, what the fuck did I do with that shit? And I know a lot of y'all relate.
Yes, a lot of people
They're
around
gonna
me
see
are
us in
starting
March, bro.
A lot of people are saying that around me, like, yo, where did that money go? And I feel you.
I got that.
Oh, you didn't get it?
No.
I had a
He
job
had
the
a
whole
job.
time. Yeah, I had a job the whole time.
I was broke. Y'all were living it up, and I was broke.
No, listen, I wasn't living it up. Listen, they cut my unemployment for a little bit throughout the year. Like, they said I had to verify it. So from like April to like August, I was dead broke. I had no money, so I was really hurting.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the beginning of quarantine too.
You feel me? I was hurting,
How
bro.
heated I was when I was coming in, hearing these dudes making more doing nothing. And I wasn't a week working.
Bro, I feel you. Nah, I feel
I was
you.
like,
nah,
It worked out in the long run, fair to say. Look at you back and forth to Jamaica and shit.
A word?
You got like your body was like naked. Now you're tatted from head to toe. Like look, like
I feel you.
you cooling. Fair to say. Yeah. Life ain't that bad. You feel me?
I told you living my best life.
Exactly.
I feel you. That's a
Per
great phrase,
usual.
bro.
You talked about touring. You've toured?
No.
Oh, okay. I thought when you were talking about like touring and going to different
Oh,
states
no.
and shit.
It was just because when I was in school, I was studying like music business. So we would learn that and shit.
Okay, word.
Every check you get is getting taxed in that state's income.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
No.
facts.
So
That's my
it's-
big thing about going to Cali in March, if like COVID lets me.
Are you going to move out there?
No, I'm just spending 10 days out there.
Oh, word.
But it's just like I'm not ready to deal with them taxes. I know the Massachusetts
It's more
and Cali
expensive there
taxes. I know. I'm hip. I'm just not looking forward to that. You feel me? I'm not looking forward to that. But another thing that I want to talk about, just a little quick thing.
Real quick before he does that.
Yeah,
I want to
sure.
ask, do you have do
that's
you have a favorite track of your own?
Like on GoodEvil or
In general,
person?
like what's your favorite track and why?
My favorite track. It's not out.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Coming soon?
I got a couple favorite tracks. Like I got a favorite track that's coming out very soon. People gonna fuck with it.
Okay.
People gonna fuck with it.
I love that comment.
I like the smirk. I like the smirk.
Yeah,
It's
people
not
gonna
facts.
Yeah,
We're gonna fuck with it.
Love it.
I like that. Okay.
But yeah, my favorite song right now is not out.
Okay.
All that. Yeah.
Okay. I like that.
It's fun. Like I really enjoy like having music and no one knows about it yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause you know it's about to do damage. You know, it's like like when people hear it's about to be like, alright, bet. But no one,
shit.
no one knows it yet.
Facts.
You know
Like,
what I'm
you
saying?
fucking with that shit.
I'm like,
Wait till this shit come
Wait.
out.
Till this
Word.
shit drop.
Like I really love that. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. You hear the ops drop something. I'll let them shine for a week.
Yeah, I love it,
I'll
bro.
let them shine for a week.
So, what was your favorite part about making GoodEvil? Like, what was
Favorite part? My favorite part was when I would get re-inspired to make the album and go into the studio. Like I remember it was after the Red Bull show last year. We did it with Stiz,
I peeped.
Christmas. Yeah.
Shit.
So after that
Man, into all
show,
that.
that really inspired me, and like that was like on Friday. I think on Monday I went back to the studio and I made Reflection and Guidance the same day, and I finished the album right then and there. You know what I'm saying? So like doing something crazy, good or bad, like going through something, like experiencing something, and then you're honing that in, and you just go to that mic and you just let it out. You know what I'm saying? That was my favorite part about it. You know what I'm saying? Just letting those emotions out and all that. Because there was a lot of times where it would just be something, I'd be high off emotions, and I would just go to the studio the next day and like just let it all out. And like that's why I love like listening to my music, because like a lot of people don't know like the place of mind I was in when I wrote it, or they don't really know like what really influenced it, what like, because there's like multiple things like that influence it. But like for Reflections, for instance, like you wouldn't know that going to Red Bull, performing on that stage was like what sparked it. Yeah. So like when I listened to it, I always remember that day. You know what I'm saying? Remember getting on that stage and all that. So yeah, I hope that answered the question.
No, that did. Thank you.
When I talk, bro, I usually just be bouncing ideas.
Oh no, facts.
I mean, this whole show. Nah, we appreciate that.
That's what we do this entire show. I feel you. Alright, so keep it a buck. How'd the Missy shout out feel?
It was amazing.
Facts. Talk about that.
I remember where I was at. Like we just released the video. About to go to my boy's Food's crib. He's the one that shot it. So we're about to go to his crib. We stop at Subway's real quick. It was like 2 days after my birthday. So we're in Subway's. I'm just lying, about to get a sandwich, whatever. Then I feel my phone buzzing. Like I'm just assuming it's like the notifications from my Twitter or whatever. Then I look at it and I see Missy Elliott. She just gave me a fire emoji. I ran out Subway's. Like I dipped. Like I was in line. I was about to order. I just dipped. Like I couldn't.
Niggas all ready to make a sandwich.
Yeah, he was about to ask me what's my order, and I just dipped. Like he was looking at me like, "Yo, what's good with this
Picture
dude?"
that. I can just see that shit.
Bro, I was getting ready to order, and I just run out the store. Like I had to just dip. I couldn't. There was too much emotion. Yeah, there's too much emotion. But I love Missy, bro, and I love that beat. Like I've been wanting to rap on that beat for a minute.
Facts. For the ones that don't know what he's talking about, he released a freestyle called the Lil Brossie freestyle, yes, right? Sir. And it's over the Work It instrumental by Missy Elliott. For all of y'all that don't know, if you don't know who that is, turn off this show right now. I'm just kidding.
No, facts. No, that's facts.
That's a fact. No, we're not kidding.
Facts.
Yeah, if you don't know.
Okay. But yeah, he released a freestyle over that and caught attention. I'd say pretty much went viral that day, in my opinion. But yeah, it caught attention to the likes of Missy Elliott, and she reposted it. And told the man that was some dope shit. I always like seeing not only Massachusetts artists, like I like seeing Massachusetts artists get their shine, but I like seeing like, you know, us, like the youngins, you feel me? Like you feel me? I like when they get a little shine. That's why when I saw them open up for Stiz around like November, I was like, hey yo, they here, they made it. You feel me? Because I always keep my eyes to the street, so I always know like who's making a buzz or who's making some noise. That's like he said, that event was 2017 or some shit like that. So like I've been heard of the name of like Luke Bars and other artists like that, but it's like good to see years later down the line where they end up. You feel me? I'm just like, hey, that's some dope shit, some great shit. You feel me?
Appreciate it, bro.
Yeah, of course, no problem.
Shoot, you on the show because we recognize what you've been doing.
Appreciate it.
We appreciate the work you putting out. So
I love y'all.
Thank you.
So what's next?
No cap.
Just cooking, bro. I can't really say too much.
He told us he got it on lock.
Nah, I'm hip. But you know me as an interviewer. You know, I try to get. You gotta get that. What you do? Yeah. You know, you gotta.
Well, I will say
real quick. Are you dropping your favorite song anytime soon?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, one of my favorite songs.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty soon. You know what I'm saying? I let the world have that. But after that, I'm just working, bro. Always. Just visuals from the album. Just all that, bro. Just cooking, bro.
Nah, I feel that. I hear that.
Probably jump on some features from other VB members.
That phone calls versus fire, bro.
I appreciate it.
That shit was.
I'm gonna make that.
That shit was.
It's crazy because I almost didn't put my verse on that night because we was in the studio and like usually like like I write and I usually forget the flow. That's like when I write, after I'm done writing, I have to record it immediately. Like whether my phone or on the mic, because I have to remember it. I forget a lot, bro. My mind just be running, bro.
Do you punch in a lot?
Not too much. Like I do, but not too much.
Okay.
But I remember writing to it, and the flow I originally had, like I forgot it. So I was like, fuck that. I'm not gonna lay my verse. I was gonna just redo some new shit. And then Sean just did his, and then I was like, fuck it, let me just do it. Let me just record it or whatever. And it worked out. Like that wasn't the original flow, but like it worked.
Nah, shit.
You know what I'm saying?
That shit is dope. The fact that Ricky was the one that produced that shit. That shit's
yeah.
more heat. I like the fact that I am an avid fan of collaboration in general.
Yeah.
I always promote and I push for collaboration. That's what I'm trying to do for Massachusetts right now. And for the most part, I'm seeing a lot of collab happening, especially in quarantine. I'm starting to see a lot of collab happening more. But the reason why I fuck with your collective so much is because you guys not only work outside of the camp, but when you're in the camp, yo,
It's amazing.
they create a lot of shit together, like a lot of dope shit.
Yeah.
Is there a VB album coming or a project, any of that sorts, or y'all just doing your own thing?
Just doing our own thing for now.
No, I feel that.
Just cooking up.
I feel that.
Because this really, like, we're really, like, finally starting to be around each other a lot more again. Because, COVID and all that. And this year, we just been all over the place. Like, I dropped, Saint dropped. There's been EPs that came out. So we've really been busy.
That's what I like about y'all as a collective. You feel me? When I hear shit about that and I compare it to other collectives who kind of work in that same mindset, like Griselda's another one that work with that same mindset. You feel me? Where they're all doing their own shit, but as a collective,
when we come
they're
together,
on track with how they're
beautiful.
dropping projects. You feel me? Which is dope.
So we just all been busy. Like everyone's just been working on personal stuff. So when we do like finally link all as a collective, it's fun. Like we was all with each other yesterday. It was so fun, bro. Like we just be cracking jokes and all that. So it just be. I don't really see everyone together all the time, but when we do, it's amazing and all that. But no project right now.
No, that's fine. Everybody take their time to make that. Take your time to make that. What is your ultimate goal out of all this? At the end of your career, if you just look back and say, I was able to do this, what would that be?
I don't know. Goals for me, like I try not to have. It's weird. I try not to put goals because it's never. A lot of times, nothing's really how you expect it. Like I didn't expect music to be panning out the way it is panning out right now. So I would say, when it's all said and done, I just want to say I got all my ideas out of my head. Like I could go to the grave and be like, yo, I have a clear mind. I don't have no ideas. I don't have any more ideas I need to get out. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I just want to get all my ideas out and just see how far I could take it and see how many people, how much more people I could reach and all that. Like, can a kid in India sing like my music? You know what I'm saying? That's really the goal and all that. Just to keep growing. And like, music's not the only thing. Like, I want to tap into. Like, I want to tap in different avenues. When it's like, as I keep going.
Share those or not yet?
Film. Like, that's really my main thing right now.
Word.
Film, fashion. Like, I'm tapping into those right now currently. But like, as I keep getting bigger, I want to do it at a bigger scale. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to have Quentin Tarantino be like, yo, Luke, do this role for me. You know what I'm saying?
You in control for the concept for your videos?
Yeah, me and my boy Fu, like, we really bang out a lot of ideas. Like, a lot of things I do, I have to be involved. Not on an ego thing, like, but it's just like,
only you would know what you want.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? It's like ideas that I need to get out. You know what I'm saying? That I don't think. A lot of times when people listen to my music, I don't think they don't fully, like, they're not in the same state of mind that I'm in. So it's like, I got to be involved in it. You know what I'm saying? To get that story told.
No, I hear that for sure.
You feel me?
I hear that for sure. And I remember the story that you were saying about how you got the inspiration for Reflections. Was off that Red Bull performance.
So people wouldn't even know it.
Facts. But I was gonna also compliment you for the concept you came up for the actual video for the song.
Yeah.
Because I think the concepts for the video tied in really well to, you know, what the song was about and the lyrics in the song too.
Yeah.
So the fact that I saw that and was able to connect the two, and then you say it was actually inspired by this performance, you know, it's dope. You know, it gives you a little different perspectives on everything. You feel me?
Because what it is, it's like, so like the show would inspire me to get back in the studio to create. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm off a high. And then when I'm like listening to the beat, I started diving deeper in the beat, and now I'm diving in like my subconscious, and now like little like memories are starting to pop up of what happened like in the past, or like how I'm feeling currently. So like it's like a high that starts the flame, but as I'm in it, like, I'm starting to dive deeper, and I'm understanding, you know, understanding it a little more, like how I got from point A to point B. You feel me? So like a lot of my music is just like an idea that goes from here, it's like over here type shit, you know what I'm saying? It's like so many things that's like inspiring it and all that.
I'm just shooting questions. Does anyone have a question before I keep going? Because I got questions for days.
Only question I have right now is essentially, is there someone you haven't worked with or collabed with that you really want to collab with?
Locally or?
In general, locally.
It could be both.
Both. Yeah, actually both, yeah.
Locally, who I really want to collab with is,
Good shit, shoot your shot.
I probably have.
Oh, okay.
Stiz is someone I'm really trying to lock in with, like as a Van Buren, and also with like personal stuff. Like globally, a lot of people. Like right now, I gotta meet 3 Stacks. I know I can make 3 Stacks want to rap again. Like I know once me 3 Stacks.
That's a bold statement.
I know once me and 3 Stacks meet. I'm not even gonna say because of my music, just the conversation we're gonna have. I really feel like I could connect to 3 Stacks, and I know I can inspire him to make music again.
Yeah, I'll be so tight of people that just find 3 Stacks in the street.
They get me hot. They get me hot.
Niggas just walk into him, take pictures of him. I'm like,
no. If I see 3 Stacks, bro, we're gonna have a great conversation, bro.
He really wants that.
Like I think about this. I was thinking about it the other day because I've been listening to 3 Stacks a lot lately. Because I watched Idlewild.
Yep,
you feel me? It's a great movie. I just got hip, and then when I seen it, and I was like, yo, this man 3 Stacks, he's really a force. Like he's really a genius, bro. So like I know when I meet him, like I know we're gonna make some shit. Cause we're just gonna have a great conversation.
That's dope. I hope that happens for you, brother. I hope that really does. I'm rooting for you.
But right now, it's really 3 Stacks. I want to work with Dahi. He's a producer.
DJ Dahi, yeah. He works with TDE a lot.
It's fucking crazy, bro. He's amazing.
What's that one beat that he did? This is a Schoolboy beat that he did that I was like in love with. I forget what it was, but I think it was Hell of a Night. That shit was fire.
I need Dahi and 3 Stacks. Just right now. Like, there's so many more people. Those are the first 2 I got to tap in with. I have to.
Word, that's what's up. That's what's up. So I want to bring it back to something that you said in the beginning of the episode, right? Books, reading. How much does that affect your writing? Because when you said that, I was like, okay, the lyricism, the bar, it makes more sense now. You feel me? But now, just that in general, how does it affect when you're just writing? Do you got like notebooks? Is it all on your phone?
Yeah, I got a lot. Like I really have a lot of notebooks.
Okay.
I got like 2 on me right now. Like to be honest, and I got like if I show you my phone, like of all the things, I write a lot.
It was always nice like that at school and like things like that.
Yeah, when it came to like creative writing, I was always like my teacher always used to say like I was always one of the best writers in the class.
Okay.
You feel me? But I hated school, bro. So I never really cared for that shit. But what was the question again? My fault.
Nah, you good. Just how what's it called, reading and books in general affect your writing?
Yeah, it makes me like I don't know. It just brings me to a different place, like imaginary, my imagination. So like it helps, and like I'll take a lot from it, like just ideas or whatever, and I try to implement that. And that's how I try to do with everything. Like even this, I'll probably try to find some inspiration here and bring that back to the music, because you know what I'm saying. Like I want like my music's just it's just my through my lens. You know what I'm saying? It's just how I view the world and all that. So, you know what I'm saying? Books, a lot like books really sparked that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like The Alchemist really sparked a lot of things in Good Evil. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just a journey. Because that's what like Good Evil really represents to me. Going from point A to point B. You know what I'm saying? That's what music and art is for me. It's just a journey. So I could really reference a lot of books and how they like spark some shit for me.
Do you deal with critique well?
Yeah,
creative
yeah.
discussion.
There's some things I won't take to the heart. But yeah, I could take critique. If you say like, "Yo, I hate this shit," like it's not gonna bother me. You know what I'm saying? It's just like I'll laugh. Like if someone said, "Yo, I fucking hate your music," I'll probably just start laughing. Like I wouldn't take that to the heart. Cause you gotta know, like, if you know your shit's hard, bro, like sometimes opinions don't matter. But I try. I'll listen to opinion. I won't say I take it and like try to, like someone said like I don't like your bars. I'm gonna like, oh, I gotta switch some shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not that.
I feel that.
You know what I'm saying? But
It's not for everybody, but
Yeah.
it's for somebody. You feel me? And that's the important part.
But I try to listen to people. I always listen to people's opinions and all that. You know what I'm saying? I never try to say, yeah, that's a stupid opinion. But I may not use it, but you know what I'm saying?
Oh, facts. A good critique I can give you for the tape is, did you mix the entire thing yourself? Or did somebody do that?
There was
for
a
you?
couple hands on it.
Transitions were beautiful.
Appreciate that.
Transitions were great.
That was
That's key for an album for me, in
Yeah,
my
also-
opinion. Like that's why I love Roddy's album so much, bro. Just because of the transitions alone. But yeah, transitions are really well. The fact that you mix your own vocals, I think, is really dope and can play with. You have a lot of control over your voice and the range and all that shit too. So that's really dope, and definitely keep that up. And then you gonna be up because you got this one project now, and I know in the future you're gonna drop, and you decide when you want to drop. But I know for sure when you decide to drop, yeah, you got that. You got that. You got that. You feel me? I definitely think you got people in your corner that'll definitely follow you on your journey up there. You feel me? Definitely. So that's straight. All right. Now, does anyone else have any questions before we get into new music? Because some shit dropped. All right. We good? Do you have any questions for us at all before we get into things?
What influenced you guys to make this podcast?
Word. All right.
Is this a podcast? Would y'all call it?
Yeah, it started as a podcast. I see it now as an entertainment platform, but for now, I'll still call it a podcast. So how it started 2.5 years ago, February 2018, me and my homegirl had these really dope, deep conversations with each other. And we normally don't have a filter with each other. So we decided one day, this would be really dope for other people to listen to. So we got some equipment. We were radio DJs at the school we went to. We went to Bridgewater State. Okay. So we were radio DJs out over there. And when nobody was using the station, we would go in there and actually record podcasts through there. Started making some noise. Then we started interviewing artists. I remember like Don Deasy was our first musical guest, and then we just started interviewing people ever since. Eventually, it started off just being music, and then eventually it went into just us talking about our day-to-day life, recent events, topics like that. Because what inspired me to really do all of this is just the promotion of healthy conversation, you feel me?
Sure.
Because with our age group, I feel like there's so much shit that we want to talk about, but we just don't because of ego or because you don't know how sensitive somebody might be to something. But here, I pretty much just lay out the ground and be like, this is a safe, open space. You're free to be who you are, have your opinion. Let's just talk, you feel me? So now we come here every week. We talk about whatever's happening in the world, whatever's happening in the world of music, whatever's happening within ourselves, and we just are able to know that this is an open space and we accept anyone that's here, and that just gives us full power and control to be our vulnerable selves. And we connect to the listeners, and they've been following us for 2.5 years straight. You feel me?
That's beautiful.
That's what that is. You feel me?
Respect.
At least that's what it is to me. I created the show. Darnell joined me around like episode 21, so he joined me about like
October of 2019. No.
Happy 2-year anniversary! Hey,
It was October of 20. Was it? Was it 2018? 2018. 18.
Facts. Happy 2-year anniversary,
2018,
everyone.
yeah.
That's
I keep forgetting
crazy.
October's
Everybody
up,
give Rich a round of applause. He's been
Oh
with
shit! Oh shit! Forgot all about that.
Facts.
Yeah.
Monty's been with the show for a little bit over a year, but yeah.
Beautiful, man.
Yeah, he had me on a show to guest host a couple times. He had a good, he had some
my
good feedback from
God.
people telling him to, keep me on. So
I can't.
something happened. Something happened with
Don't let him lie to you,
with the other
please.
co-host, and then he asked me to, fill in because, like I said, he had good feedback with me. So he brought me on, and it's been a good show ever since.
Feel you.
Love you, Brody.
Nah, that's cool. That's cool. I'll always ride the cap for you. I wear
Ain't no
size-
cap. Ain't no
Bro,
cap in my
I wear
rap.
size
I will
8 for you.
not.
Ain't
I
no
wear
cap in my
size 8
rap.
for you. It's okay, bro.
I will not.
Huh?
I said I will not. Let's see. Been known Dev through like mutual people. Darnell I've known since
Comeback was crazy.
3 years old.
3 years old. Yeah. Yeah. Our moms went to high school together. He kept talking about how they needed a female voice on the podcast.
Let's go.
And I felt like him saying it around me. I was like, okay, he's either gonna ask me or I'm gonna tell him like, just try me, like just see how it goes. Went how it went, and it wasn't bad. I feel like it went good. And then
There's a reason you're here.
You're better now.
So yeah, and I've been here, like Dev said, for more than a year.
Yeah,
Bro.
facts.
I love it.
We would
It's Haitian podcast.
Facts. That's what's dope. And what's crazy is, even though with our run through the show, we never really talk about our Haitian side that much. Even though it's not something that we hide. You feel me? But
Yeah.
it's
It comes out every now
It's
and
just
then.
a nice fun fact to throw out there that's is ran by Haitians. You feel me?
So fire, bro.
But yeah, what's crazy is about Imani joining is me and Darnell, or Rich as he'd like to say. We'd be wreck just the two
They
of
still
us. You
are.
feel me? And
They still are.
I feel like we pee.
He
I feel like
still
we
is.
PC it a lot.
We
We used
I
to
ain't
be
PC
really
shit.
wreck with our talks. You feel me?
I still am.
And
You
at
gotta
one
be raw
point,
with the
you
shit.
gotta be.
yeah, facts. And some topics I was like, yo, we really can't speak on those without having another woman present. You feel me? Just for it to be a
Yeah,
fair
exactly.
playing field. You
For
feel
sure.
me? And also looking for a host that could deal with the both of our personalities, because as you can see, it's easy to get thrown off by my personality versus his personality. So we need to find somebody that that was with the shits. Imani said, yo, I got you. And here she is. Don't you love us?
But you weren't gonna let me do it. Okay.
Facts, but it's all dope.
She hit us
We've
on
been
the wall.
interviewing music. We've
all
been
good.
interviewing
It's all
artists
good.
ever since. You feel me? And it's been nothing but love ever since. All right, let's talk about new music that dropped. All right. Yeah, facts. Benny
I loved
Butcher.
it,
Benny the
guys.
Butcher dropped an album. You listen to
Burden
him
of
at all?
proof.
Yeah, I fuck with Griselda a lot. I haven't finished his album, but what I will say, it's mostly about Hit Boy. Hit Boy is forcing it right now.
He's
And, like,
had a good 2 years, bro.
Everyone has to really appreciate him right now and give him his roses, because the past 3 major albums he's been a part of.
Facts.
He has a couple album of the years on his belt right now with Nas. People are saying Benny. He's been forcing it this year, bro.
That's
so,
a fact.
we gotta give him his roses.
Quarantine
I know.
treat Hit Boy very well.
Same with Metro. Metro forced it on
21's
21's
album?
He forced it,
Yeah,
bro.
you did.
He forced it. So the producers are going crazy right now, man. Same with the artists. I really been impressed with production. People been killing shit right now, bro. Same with Ricky, my boy Ricky. You know what I'm saying? Ricky's going nuts and all that.
Yeah, and I like that the fact it's becoming more popular or more common that producers are getting credits for doing whole albums.
Yeah,
I'm thinking that's really dope now. Metro will always have his name attached to a project. And I think he's been like that since he came out.
Yeah, from the
that's
jump.
how he was doing his. But with Hit Boy, Yeah, it's only recently where I see him producing entire projects now. Like he said, he did Nas's album, he did most of Big Sean's album, and now you got Benny the Butcher's album. And Benny the Butcher, what he was able to do with that, what Hit Boy is able to do is he's dope, but he's able to work with other people's sounds. You feel me? Like Hit Boy is fire on his own, but it's not like, oh, you pull up to a Hit Boy track and you already know what you're gonna get. You feel me? It's like
very versatile.
Yeah, like you pull up to a Jetson made beat, you know what you're gonna get. A Take Heat beat, you know what to expect with that. But with Hit Boy, he's really versatile with his production, so that's why I really give him credit with that. He really well with just tapping into the artist and diving into the artist world instead of having them just step into his world. But Benny the Butcher, yeah, fam, I think that was a really dope album. A lot of people are saying that might be contender for album of the year. I'm not sure yet. I think I gotta sit with it a little bit more. But there's definitely a lot of tracks on that go. That one with Freddie Gibbs.
Freddie's fortunate.
Facts. But nah, you're fine. The one with Freddie Gibbs and the one with Dom Kennedy. Those are my top two right now.
Yeah, the one with Dom is my fave.
Facts. What I like about this album is that it's still the Griselda sound that we're used to. But Hit Boy was able to just make it just a little bit more mainstream, if that makes sense. Like, it's still that underground sound that we all love, but like Hit Boy was just like, okay, now you could play this on the radio, or like now this has potential to get on the charts. And lo and behold, this album is on its way to be #1 album of the country this week.
That's beautiful.
So they did what they had to do. You feel me?
That's beautiful. Okay.
I think that, as well as like the whole Griselda group themselves, like
they're inspirational.
Westside is a crazy exec, bro.
You had them all dropping before Benny, so personally, I feel like Benny is regarded as the best one in the group. So. You can say something. I may be wrong.
My favorite Conway.
I may be wrong.
Conway's my favorite.
Yeah, I fuck with Conway.
I don't know. I've always fucked with Benny. Talking to people, a lot of people fuck with Benny. That's what I'm hearing. It's like him coming up last after, you know what I mean? The first two went West Side and shit. So I'm like, they built it up for him, the hype for him essentially, and he just had to do his thing, which he did. And I honestly didn't have any skips on this album for me. Like it was flawless. I wouldn't say it's album of the year just because the year isn't over and
there's more to give.
Yeah, there's more to give. Sure. But it's top 3 right now for me.
In terms of albums that were really well put together, then yeah, this was a very well put together album.
Yeah. What would you put on? What would you put ahead of it right now?
For this year?
Yeah.
For me,
I'd have to think.
I'm putting Freddie.
Which one?
Freddie.
Home with Alchemist.
Oh, is Alfredo?
Yeah, Alfredo.
Oh, okay.
It's just fucking crazy. I really love that album.
Yeah, I'd have to think on that one. There was mad shit that dropped this year, bro. Like, if you think about it, like,
I'm going through my shit right now.
Like, not all the top acts, but the ones right below the top acts, they all dropped this year, bro. A couple top acts too. So that's just a lot of music to go through and decide. I can't tell you which one got the best.
Yeah, I forgot he dropped.
I didn't get to listen to that.
That's not on mine.
What? You ain't listen to it?
No, I haven't listened to it, man.
What did he say?
Get on that.
Which one?
No, I was on you.
On me? For what?
You didn't like it like that?
Yo, to keep it a bug, I only play like two tracks off that album.
Are you comparing it to
African Giant?
African Giant? Is that why?
I mean, that's what a lot of people do when you drop a project. They compare it to the last, but I'm not. But just it in itself, I'm like, like I see the direction he was headed in, but like I personally really went back to 2 songs. They all sound good. Like music can sound great, and I don't go back to it. Like you feel me? Like your music can sound good, but does it have replay value? You feel me? For your mixtape, I'd say like. With the replay value, I wasn't able to get.
My mixtape.
I wouldn't replay the first 15 seconds.
My mixtape released in 2016.
I know things have changed.
You know what I mean? A lot has changed. Music has changed. Production has changed.
You were a different man.
You feel me? My voice has gotten deeper.
When you coming back?
When am I coming back?
Yeah, give us something new. Talk your shit.
Hey, streets is calling.
Okay.
The streets have been canceled all 2020, bro. But alright, we all fucking with Benny's tape. That's good. What else that came out? That's been the one that's been on my mind for most of the time. Oh, so Young Blue got the Drake stamp. Young Blue got the Drake stamp. People that don't know Young Blue's artist from Alabama. Don put me on to him earlier this year, actually. When Investment 6 came out, he put me on to him. But I didn't really listen to that deep. But, yo, this new track that he dropped with Drake, that's a killer. Drake's verse on that shit. I don't know what type of bag he had to go into to pull that out, but yo, let me not say I related to that shit. Let me not say I related to that shit, but yo, that shit was a fire
Drake
verse.
reached out to him.
I know he did, and I fuck with Drake for that. I will always fuck with Drake for that because him being at the caliber, him being where he's at in his career and his stature, and still going to the smaller, lesser known artists and still just giving them a verse. That's dope. I don't see many other artists doing that. You feel me? Drake always does it from time. Like, he's always been the one where, an artist might have a little bit of a buzz, but when they get that Drake feature, they skyrocket. You feel me?
Yeah. That Drake stamp of approval.
That Drake stamp.
No bullshit.
Facts. It's worked with a lot of artists. It also, a lot of artists fell off after they Drake stamp. You feel me?
True.
I Love McConan, Block Boy.
I never thought Black Boy was gonna stay around.
You didn't? I was ready. I was ready for that.
I listened to the song for Drake, not for Black Boy.
Nah, I feel you, but I don't think it's gonna be that way for Young Blue because he actually got some tracks.
No, I knew about Young Blue since before Drake. So
I'm here.
Yeah, he's making his way now.
Yeah, I hope so. That shit was fire. That shit was really heat. There was something that dropped that I didn't really care for.
Didn't Party drop some shit?
He dropped
Party Pack.
Yeah,
he dropped a collection of old songs that were out before. Like Persian Rugs is on that shit now. Candy was on it with Nipsey.
He needed to do that because his new shit is not it.
After a little bit, I said
Some
that
of
in the
them-
beginning. I said Party Mobile was
some of them
trash
is
in the
not
very
that bad.
beginning. But after sitting with it for a while, I'm like, yo, it's kind of a vibe. It's not like,
not that bad.
it's not 2016 anymore.
Yeah.
And we just got to accept that. You feel me?
Yeah.
But in terms of songwriting ability, Party's still up there. I think he can still write, bro.
Well, of course he can write. I just don't like the songs he's been putting out.
No,
Well,
I
that's
feel
just my opinion. Though.
No, I feel you. He got a couple. There are a
He had
couple
a couple
joints on
on
that
the
album
recent
that go
one,
for
yeah.
me. Yeah, there's
You
a
only
couple.
got 2 downloaded.
Yeah, I said a couple. Literally 2.
Whole hour. She only got 2 songs.
I only got 2.
What you been listening to, Luke?
Not a lot, to be honest. I don't really listen.
To other people?
No. Yes and no. It's not on some disrespect shit.
Oh no, I
You
get
feel
it.
me?
As an
Wanna mess
artist,
up
you
your
don't want
vibe?
when you're creating, you don't want to sound like somebody else. So
it's not
sometimes
even-
you don't listen to people.
It's not even. I just don't be having time. Like I be like when the time I listen to music, like it's usually when I'm on my way to the stool. I usually walk. You know what I'm saying? Or when I'm walking back to the crib, and I usually have a sound that gets me into that space when I'm going there. So I just listen to the same thing. You know what I'm saying? It's like a routine. But I've been trying to listen to a lot more new shit. Mainly, I've been listening to a lot of 3 Stacks, Outkast, a lot of Lil Baby. I like those 2 songs Baby Keem dropped.
Hooligan
me?
is heat.
You feel me? Keem's hard. I went back to Doug's album. But new shit, I've really been listening to new music as much.
Nah, I feel
A lot of Afro music I've been listening to. You know what I'm saying?
You listen to 21's new shit?
Yeah. I didn't finish it. I heard a few. I just haven't had the time to finish it, but it sounds fucking amazing, bro.
Running and Brandon.
Bro, he said-
Draco.
DJ Nice Man, the only nigga that said that shit was trash.
It's crazy. He was
Really,
bugging
only
for that.
nigga, bro.
He said, "You're worried about the UK." I was outside with AKs. I'm like, yo, that's hard, bro. Like, you worried about the
Nah,
UK?
facts. And I love 21's progression too because he
21
wasn't
hard.
always rapping like that.
Yeah.
To me, he wasn't always rapping like
Yeah,
that.
he's
But
nice,
nowadays, after he came out with "I'm Greater Than I Was," he started rapping. And so I'm
Yeah,
like,
facts.
this dude's a force now. This dude's a force. Other shit that dropped. I shared that album with you, Nasty Nile.
Yes,
I love to give local
That was
artists their shine on the show too. So Nasty Nile, an artist originally from Hampton, Virginia, but is now living in the Boston area, reached out to us. Because artists normally reach out to us. They send us our music. They just want to know what we think. And, we let them know if we get the chance to listen to it. But he sent us his album. That shit was pretty good. That shit was smooth.
Yeah, that was a.
You got a couple
smooth
tracks
ass
on there.
album.
Let me see if I can pull up the name.
I honestly wasn't expecting it to be as good
come on.
as good as it was. I didn't have a skip on there, to be very honest with you. And he's from Virginia, right? Just moved
Yeah,
up here.
Hampton, Virginia.
And he just started rapping too, right?
I think a couple years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, the album was called Drunk Diary, Liquor and Food. Yeah, what's it called? You got some dope tracks. My favorite one on there was probably True Story. Like I said, I love conscious, not conscious rap, but like introspective rap. A lot of reflections. Just that's like, everybody knows Kendrick is my guy, so that's why I'm always gonna love the introspective hip hop. But you got some dope work on there. Keep doing your thing. Show the city.
Give him a listen,
definitely. Definitely give him a listen. Other locals that have dropped recently. Fill My Cup dropped a track recently.
Yes.
Wavy. It's a nice little vibe. You know his vibe.
Y'all know what it is.
If you like the dance vibes, then that's definitely the one to go to. Tyler Loyal dropped a track, I believe, like last week or maybe 2 weeks ago, called Mind My Business. Another dope vibe. Been on our radar for a little bit. So definitely check him out. Somebody from his collective, we talked about him on the show, Ricky Felix. He dropped a project that long ago, High End Theory. Big members from the camp are all featured on it. Sean Wise featured on it. Dope beats, crazy bars, as you can see. You feel me?
Sir.
You got two on there that I really fucked with. Phone Calls, and it was another one where you were by yourself. Yeah, facts. Those two around. Yeah, I love my state. I don't know. I just love seeing what my state's able to produce, because I can relate and I can connect to it, and I just want the whole world to see it too. You feel me? Because Massachusetts, to me, still isn't on the map. No matter how people feel about where Stiz is at, or where Joyner is at, or even where Millie's is at, I still don't think Massachusetts as a whole is where it could be yet. Sure. So until it gets the way I think it should be, I'm gonna keep pushing everybody. You feel me?
Sure.
And it's just straight like that. Anybody else that dropped? Anybody else worthy talking about? Ty Dolla $ign's dropping Friday.
Yes.
Is Drake dropping this week? He didn't announce it. But everyone
not announcing. People were thinking that because his birthday is around the corner.
Oh yeah.
So people are thinking he's gonna drop around his birthday, but
Probably a little after.
Drake. I feel like
said he's
Drake.
dropping soon.
Drake wouldn't do an up surprise album.
What do you mean?
He would
did that-
announce.
Didn't he do that last time?
Nah, with Scorpion, he announced it.
He did.
And his recent was kind of surprised.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
Scorpion?
No, party. What the fuck was it?
The
Dark
demos.
Lands?
Yeah.
Nah, when the leaks were dropping, we all came to the assumption that something was going on. You feel me? Because like it was at one point where
Desires
there was a
leak.
leak
Yeah.
every other day for Drake, and I'm just like, yo, how are you one of the top rappers in the world and you got somebody in your camp leaking all your shit? I thought that was strategical, so I was like, oh, yo, a project probably coming. You feel me? So that wasn't really that much of a surprise for me, but
Maybe he cut that dude out.
I'll see that. After how the world treated Quentin, I was like, yo, no one's safe from Drake, bro. Like after what happened to Quentin, I'm like, no one is safe from Drake, my nigga. It's crazy. Nah, facts, because I'm like, yo, Quentin Miller was dropping heat at the time. Like of if you're reading this, and even after, he had this this one track that I really fuck with. I don't got it on the top of my mind right now, but Quentin Miller had potential, but because of that whole controversy with the Meek and the ghostwriting debacle, that kind of tarnished his credibility. You feel me? Or at least to the rest of the industry, it did.
For him.
Meek's about to drop soon too, before the year ends.
Yeah, I keep seeing that, but
That's
it's
what he
just
said.
like,
He said it.
okay.
Yeah, he said it.
Because I
Fuck
keep
with Meek.
seeing he keeps dropping these snippets. Saw he dropped a snippet with Dirk the other day, which has been fire.
Dirk,
Dirk
this
has
is
been
his
having a
year.
great
This is
year.
his
Yes,
year,
yes.
bro.
Yeah, Dirk's going
He's my
crazy.
favorite artist this year.
Yeah,
Yeah, Dirk's going
facts.
crazy right now.
No,
Facts.
calm down. I'm sorry. I get worked up over Dirk. I listen to all his shit.
His hook
fuck with Dirk.
on G Herbo shit. Gangsta. That shit makes me cry almost every morning, bro. Shit's amazing, bro. That shit's amazing, bro.
Dirk's lit.
His progression.
Yeah, shout out to Dirk.
It's
Yeah, because I definitely
Bring Drake to the hood. Surround Drake.
World
surround
star,
Drake.
from
That
world
shit was
star
fire,
hip hop
bro.
videos, bro. So out here making
shout out
videos
Dirk,
with Drake.
man.
That man made it.
Nah, for sure. I could tell you.
made it, bro.
Let me be the one to tell you. I did not fuck with Dirk in the beginning.
I didn't either, bro.
Remember,
I did not either.
What was the first one called? Remember My Name or something like that?
couldn't
The
tell you.
first album. Yeah, I was not fucking with him.
For me, it was strictly Herb and Bibby. I was
Yeah.
not listening to Dirk early.
I miss
in
Bibby, bro.
I do
I
as
miss
well.
Bibby, bro. That's Bibby was that
Herbo was
nigga.
my dude.
Yeah,
Always
Herbo was
had.
good too. Took me a while to get
Needs
onto
more
Herbo
respect.
too.
Facts.
I had to let the beat catch me and realize that because he was. I'm
He's
like,
not offbeat.
no, he's not off
He's
beat.
not off
I
beat.
just had to realize his pocket. Like everyone was thinking G Herbo just wasn't on beat. But then I just discovered, nah, you just had to figure out what his pocket was. Once I figured out the pocket, he was never off beat ever.
Yeah, that's when you know he's
I heard
fire.
that
That's
shit,
when you
feel
really
me?
realize it.
Yeah, nah, that dude's hard. That dude's hard. I think that's all I got for new music. Yeah, we said Ty Dolla $ign's dropping this Friday. Finally,
Cannot wait.
album called featuring Ty Dolla $ign.
That's the title.
That's the title of the album.
That's hard.
Yeah, facts.
Anything featuring Ty Dolla $ign just goes crazy. So him making the
That's
song.
true.
Any song called with featuring
That
Ty
is
Dolla
true.
$ign go crazy.
He's really like the spice to a lot of people's music, bro.
Facts.
You got a
Special
Ty
R&B.
Dolla $ign hook, you're straight.
It's smooth.
Like you're good. He's so fire.
As soon as he comes on, it's like, yeah, it's smooth. You feel me?
He's so fire.
But with that being said, I get something called featuring Ty Dolla $ign, and it's an album. I'm expecting it to be heat next week. I'm gonna come in here. I'm gonna be a very hard critic.
His
of that
last album was
bro.
fire. So and it's been years since he dropped an album.
It's called Beach House 3?
Yes,
Yeah, that's
I had
true.
that on replay for legitimately
Yeah.
2 months when he dropped that.
Facts.
So I expected more of the same.
I hope so, especially with
Yeah.
the 2 years that he had. Ty Dolla $ign's been
Yeah,
on a
yeah.
kill streak. You feel me?
It's been 3 years since he dropped.
I know, but with the 2
the
years
features
recently.
and
Oh,
stuff.
okay.
Because like,
okay.
because like to me, who's been
It's
killing
even
the
hit
feature game
different.
within the last 2-3 years? Ty Dolla $ign, Cole, and Baby have all been killing the features within the last 2-3 years. You feel me?
Yeah, facts.
Drake
But yeah,
too.
I mean,
it's
come on, Drake's a
Drake.
given. It's Drake, bro.
Okay, I'm just saying. You can
It's
listen
Drake.
to those three.
I don't put Drake up there because that's just a given. He's like on another tier where I'm
Drake
just
is
like,
on his
yo,
own tier.
he dropped Hotline Bling. I absolutely hated that shit, and the world loved it. After that point, I'm like, yo, Drake can do no wrong. Fuck it. Drake can
I
do
didn't
no
go.
wrong.
I hated that song.
I hated Hotline Bling, bro, but the whole world loved it, bro. It's crazy. It took me a while to get into One Dance, but eventually I liked One Dance. Yeah, the whole Views album in general. Yeah, it was just
Okay, I'll give you that.
It's too mainstream.
yeah, too much going on.
that.
He's trying to make that shit cinematic, and I'm just like, yo, you're not really like that. But
Don't kill me.
all right, we can wrap it up. We can get into our reality checks and our vibes of the week. Let's start off with our reality checks. A very reflective. We learned a lot this episode. So yeah, it's our time to give back to the people. Go ahead, Rich. Start us off.
So my reality check has to do with accountability, and it's just hold yourself accountable and hold the people around you accountable. If you tell yourself you're gonna do something, make sure you get that shit done. And if people tell you they're gonna do something for you or with you, make sure they hold their word as well. Because without our word, we ain't shit. So I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. Just make sure you're being accountable and holding those around you accountable. It's my vibe, or not vibe of the week, but reality check.
Word.
I love that. Okay, my reality check is, I'm 23 right now. All of us are getting older, so I think it's best to, instead of being rowdy with the person that's trying you or people or whatever the case may be, just be calm, composed, and just let the other person, the other people look stupid. That's how I look at it. Don't ever let somebody take you out your comfort space, out your character, because at the end of the day, seeing as that's not you, you're always going to look at yourself like, why did I allow myself to get there? So my reality check is to just keep calm, keep cool and collected, and whenever somebody or people are trying you, just know they're doing it for a reason. That means you're doing something good and they're jealous of you, or they're just hating for whatever reason, and they just don't have what's the word? They're missing something in themselves that they wish they had and that they see in you. And that's honestly why they're doing it. That's it.
Nah, I love that. Oh, y'all on fire today.
Mine is things take time. Keep working. Like, even though the results may not come as quick or as quickly as you expect it to, just keep working, and because it's not up to you for it to work. When it works out, it's up to the higher power. But in the meantime, you just keep working and you just keep shooting, and one day it'll work. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I love that. That's real shit. That's real shit. And then for my reality check, it is a very important time of the year. You feel me? There's a lot of shit going on. There's a lot of questions being asked, and just make sure you have all the answers for those questions. You feel me? So my reality check this week is to know what you're voting for. Election is right around the corner. You feel me? There's a lot of people in your ear telling you about what's right, what's wrong, who to vote for. And no matter what your opinion is, no matter who you're voting for, all that I want you to know is to actually know what you're voting for. You feel me? Research the candidates. Because I'm not going to tell you to vote for Trump. I'm not going to tell you to vote for Biden. All I'm going to say is to make the smart choice, because after that choice, you're going to have to live with it for 4 years. You feel me? So know what you're voting for. Research all the questions. If you're unaware of maybe someone's plans or someone's practices, do your Googles or just look it up. But don't go into the voting booths with a swayed opinion, or don't go into there voting for what your parents want you to vote for, or what your friends think is right. Vote for what you want to vote for, but just know what that is. All right, that's my reality check. That's it. Facts. And if you're choosing not to vote, by all means, that right is yours too, but know why you're doing it. That's that. You feel me?
Don't complain when you get the results and you're not happy.
Facts. That's the end of the show. Luke, I wanted to say thank you so much for pulling up. You feel me? Been trying to get this all set together, and I'm happy we're finally able to do it. You feel me? So make sure you follow all of us on our socials. Can you give the people your socials one time if you care about any of that shit?
Run it down.
Facts. Let them know.
Instagram, Twitter, Luke Bars, LUKEBARS.
Facts. You feel me? Make sure you go listen to his new project, GoodEvil. And check out the rest of the Van Buren Collective while you're at it. You feel me? A lot of dope and talented people coming out of Brockton. And,
Where can they find GoodEvil? Just so you know, the people.
GoodEvil on all platforms.
Facts.
You feel me?
Facts.
Same with the rest of Van Buren and all that.
All right. Boom. And with that being said, yes, subscribe on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on Twitter. Any listening platform you're listening to us on, follow us there too, and give us a rating as well, because as much y'all say we fire and we love that shit, but like we said in the beginning, we just like our analytics, so we can go back and be like, yeah, there it is. You feel me? And with that being said, it's been your boy DME.
It's been your boy Cozy Rich.
And it's been your girl Imani.
Lukey Bars.
Facts. You feel me? You've been listening to the Urban Product. We will catch y'all next week.
Love.
Deuce.